Hi everyone and welcome to Deakin College. Today we will be delivering a course presentation regarding our Diploma of Commerce. Before we do get started, just a little bit of housekeeping. If you do have any questions throughout the presentation, we do have a Q&A feature on our menu, so you can type your question in there and we do have panelists that will be able to respond to your questions, or alternatively you can put it in the chat function and we will be able to answer that there as well. Some of the questions we may leave until the end, and then from there we will have an open question and answer session where we'll be able to get to all of your questions for today. So I won't go any further. I will hand over to Christy, the academic course coordinator for the Diploma of Commerce, to lead today's session. Thanks, Christy. Oh, sorry, Christy, I think you're on mute.
I think I am. Sorry, I've got technical issues today, but as I was saying, I'd also like to welcome you all to today's Diploma of Commerce webinar. And as Danny said, my name is Christy Nickus and I'm the academic coordinator for the diploma. So today I will give you some general information about the diploma. We will look at online studies and how that works at Deakin College, the units that you will need to undertake in order to complete the Diploma of Commerce, what I recommend for you to enrol in the October intake, the frequently asked questions by students, and at the end, as Danny said at the end of my presentation, I will be available to answer any of your queries or questions. So the Diploma of Commerce is a pathway course taught in a very supportive student learning centered in a learning environment. And in order to complete the diploma, you need to undertake and pass 8 units, and each unit equates to 1 credit point. So once you achieve the 8 credit points, then you'll be able to transfer to the Bachelor of Commerce at Deakin University second year. The diploma focuses on commerce and also engages in both specialised and generic skill set. And this course will help you become critical thinkers in the commerce field. You can complete the diploma using the fast track or the normal track. So what does that mean? If you choose the normal track, which is the most recommended, is you're completing the diploma over a year or 12 months. And if you choose the fast track, then you're completing the diploma over 2 trimesters or 8 months. So to complete the course in 2 trimesters or 8 months, you must complete and pass 4 units each trimester. To complete the course in a year or 12 months, then the 8 units will need to be studied over 3 trimesters. So how does this work? You can undertake 3 units in your first trimester, 3 units in your second trimester, and 2 units in your last trimester. You cannot take more than or undertake more than 4 units per trimester. So 4 units is the maximum units you can undertake. In order to transfer to Deakin University, like I said before, you need to undertake and pass the 8 core units. Now, if you are an Australian or permanent resident student, in order for you to be offered a place at Deakin University, you need to achieve a weighted average mark, which we abbreviate as WAM, of 60% in order for you to get a Burwood place, and 50% for you to get a Waterfront, Geelong or Warrnambool place. However, if you're thinking of undertaking the Bachelor of Laws, then you will need a weighted average mark of 70%, and that goes across all campuses. If you are an international student, then you will need to achieve a WAM of at least 50% to be offered a place at Deakin University. However, if you're undertaking the Bachelor of Laws, then you will also need a WAM of 70 across all campuses. You will not be able to transfer to Deakin University if you do not meet the required WAM. And transferring to Deakin University information sessions are held every trimester. Once you complete the Bachelor of Commerce, then this can lead you into various employment opportunities within the private and public sectors. So you can pursue a career in accounting if you wish, business consulting, economics, business management, finance or financial planning, human resource management, industrial relations, marketing, public administration, IT administration, international trade, just to name a few. Let's look at online, what it's like to study online at Deakin College. Now, how can you access your classes? At Deakin College, the platform we use to conduct our classes is Zoom. And all the Zoom links are posted on Moodle. So on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see a lot of different shaped tiles. The largest one with the label Moodle, so that's where you're going to find the information you need. So you click on that tile and you can access your classes by going to the particular unit. So for example, if you're enrolled in economics in class 1 on a Monday in the morning or Wednesday afternoon, you're the only one that would be able to see the links to those classes that you're enrolled in. Now, once you click on the larger tile Moodle, you'll see smaller tiles for the units that you have enrolled in. So looking at the screen with the arrows pointing, if you're enrolled in, for example, in business analytics, then once you click on that smaller tile, then you'll find another folder which would be labeled class Zoom links or something like that, or similar to that. And you'll find a list of all the classes, and each class will have its own Zoom link. So then you can click on the one that's relevant to you. When you also click on the smaller tile, you will see a lot of different sections or folders, and each folder contains different information. Could be information in relation to your assignment, resources, an assessment map, and of course the course material and what you'll cover each week. So as you can see, the highlighted sections on the screen are the topics that are covered each week. So when you click on that folder, they sort of look very similar. You'll have a little spiel about what the topic's about, and then the course material is divided into 3 sections. So you have your before class activities, your during class activities, and your after class activities. So before class is what you need to do before you go to your class. During class, this is where you're going to find your lecture notes, your lecture illustrations, and after class is basically your homework and any videos that you need to review, and so forth. And the last week, week 12, is normally, as you can see on the screen, is normally revision. And some units have more than 2 weeks revision for the exam. You have various support networks available to you. You're supported by your teachers. So teachers conduct weekly Zoom drop-in sessions called student consultations. You can go to those, or you can ask your teachers questions after your class. The support provided also by the academic learning advisors, and they're available for workshops and also one-on-one assistance. So you can make an appointment to see any one of our academic learning advisors. You're also supported by student learning mentors or PAR mentors, and these are basically students that have studied, that are probably completing the diploma or have moved on to the university, and they have achieved very good scores or high distinctions for these units, and they're available to help you. There's a link there, so you'll find that link on the portal, and all you do is click on that link and you make a time to see them. How will you be assessed? Well, the assessments are ongoing and they comprise of online quizzes, tests or presentations, assignments of course, and case study analysis. And all your assessments will be found or uploaded in Moodle, and your teachers will help you develop the skills that you need to complete these tasks successfully. Now, what about exams? All units are examined, so you have a final 2-hour written exam with 15 minutes reading time, apart from one unit known as Professional Insight. Now, this unit is a second trimester unit, and there's no exam in this unit. For T3, trimester 3, 2020, all our exams will be open book and conducted online. Now, in order for you to be awarded with a Diploma of Commerce, you need to enroll in and complete and pass, of course, the following units: accounting, finance, law, management, economics, business analytics, professional insight, and marketing fundamentals. And if you're enrolling in marketing, you also need to enroll in a module known as academic integrity, which I'll talk a little bit about that later on. So where does a diploma take you? Once you complete the diploma, what can you do? Well, the Diploma of Commerce is a direct feeder into the Bachelor of Commerce. So once you complete a diploma, then you will be given an offer to go into second year. But if you don't want to undertake the Bachelor of Commerce, there are other options for you to pursue or look at. So you can undertake a Bachelor of Business in Sports Management, a Bachelor of Business Analytics, a Bachelor of Property and Real Estate, and a Bachelor of Laws. Or you can undertake a combined degree if you like. So you can combine the Bachelor of Commerce with the Bachelor of Business Analytics or the Bachelor of Laws or the Bachelor of Property and Real Estate, or you can even combine the Bachelor of Property and Real Estate with the Bachelor of Laws. But remember, if you're undertaking a Bachelor of Laws, whether it's a combined degree or not, you must achieve a weighted average mark of 70. And I forgot to mention before that what is a weighted average mark and how can you calculate it? You'll be given, you are given a calculator on the student portal that you can use once you enroll. You usually use this calculator at the end of the trimester, not at the beginning. Once you have received your final results for your units, or you can even use your calculator to calculate your WAM. So all you do is you add up the final marks for each of your 8 units, and then you divide that by 8, and that will give you your average mark across all units. This is what we call a WAM, or weighted average mark. Thanks, Danny. So let's look at the units that I recommend for you to undertake in the first trimester in the October intake. There are the units that you will be offered to enroll in will be accounting, marketing, economics, business analytics, and the academic integrity module. Let's start by looking at accounting for decision making. So in this unit, you will cover the impact accounting has in society. You'll be looking at budgeting and a tool known as cost volume profit analysis. You'll go through how to analyze and classify transactions and record these into reports, how to classify reports, and how to analyze and interpret financial reports. The internal assessments weigh up to 40%, and the final exam is worth 60% in this unit. The marketing unit. This unit is an introduction to marketing. It focuses on creativity involved in marketing, in the marketing process, ranging from understanding consumer needs to designing customer-driven integrated marketing strategies using the marketing mix. It builds on your knowledge on marketing, the marketing planning process and how this is successfully implemented in market and computer-oriented organizations that include profit-oriented companies, government and not-for-profit sector. The internal assessment equates to 60% and the final exam is worth 40%. Economics. Now, this unit looks at competitive markets and the need for and the effects of government intervention. You look at the nature of economics, the consumer behavior and market demand. You're looking at the firm or business, its technologies, the costs, market structure, markets for input, public goods and externalities. The unit basically focuses on microeconomics, and it develops your understanding and appreciation of the pricing and output by firms and their implications for economic efficiency. The internal assessments equates to 50% and the final exam is worth 50% in this unit. Now we have the next unit is business analytics, and this unit is a broad use of quantitative reasoning skills in making business decisions. The unit will provide you with analytical knowledge and skills to explore data, to find patterns and relationships in data, assess uncertainty and risk of business decisions, evaluate decisions, and forecast and predict trends. The internal assessments weigh up to or add up to 50%, and the final exam is worth 50% in this unit as well. Now, the academic integrity unit, this is not a core unit, but it is a compulsory unit. So it's a compulsory unit in all the Faculty of Business and Law courses. It will guide you on what constitutes academic integrity. If you're enrolling in marketing, you must enroll in this unit. They go together. But if you don't enroll in marketing in T3 coming up, then you can still do this. You can still enroll in this unit independently. It's a 3-hour module. We call it a module because there are no classes for you to attend. It's delivered through Moodle, and you can study this at your own pace. Basically, you'll be going through lessons, and at the end, you'll be sitting for a final quiz. Now, in order for you to pass this unit, you must achieve 85% for the final quiz. So you'll be given 15 multiple choice questions, and you need to get 13 of these correct. So you need 13 marks out of 15 in order to pass this module. And you have up until week 12 to complete this module. If you fail it, say in week 2, or you don't pass it, you don't quite get the 85%, then you can do this unit as many, or module as many times as you like, as I said, up until week 12, until you pass it. If it's week 12 and you haven't passed it, then you need to re-enroll in the academic integrity module the following trimester. Let's look at the questions asked by students. The first one is, how do I purchase my textbook or my textbooks? Now, all commerce textbooks are electronic books and can be purchased online. I get a lot of emails asking me, how can I purchase my books online? Your teachers in the first class will tell you how to purchase these, and they will give you information and instructions on how to purchase your books online. So don't stress about not having your books before your first class. Or you can borrow these books electronically from the Deakin Library. Are classes recorded is the next question. Yes, they are. Classes are recorded each week and they're uploaded on Moodle, and your lecturer or your teacher will tell you where to find the recordings in your first class. What programs, equipment do I need to complete my studies? Well, in order for you to even attend the first class and all your classes, you need a laptop or a computer with Wi-Fi access, and you need a camera for your Zoom sessions. Next question is, what does a timetable look like? Now, the timetable will run from 11 o'clock in the morning till 9 p.m. in the evening, Australian Eastern Standard Time. How many students are in my classes? Normally, the maximum students in any diploma class is 30. And when do I enroll? Well, enrolments will open for new students on the 8th of October. This is a Thursday at 2 o'clock. So if you accepted a place, if you accepted your offer, you will receive an email on how to enroll. And I suggest you attend this enroll. If you can enroll on your own if you want, or you can attend an enrollment session, which will be offered on the 8th of October at 2 o'clock. And I recommend that you attend this session, because staff will take you through how to enroll. And if you have any questions, you can have your questions answered immediately. What happens in my first class? Now, when you click on the link to join the class, you join the class, you'll meet your teacher, you'll meet the other students in the class, you learn which topics you will cover and what your assessment will be for the trimester. What if I fail the unit? If you fail the unit, then you can repeat that unit in the following trimester. What is the structure of trimester 3? What does it look like? So here, this is the planner for trimester 3. As you can see, trimester 3 commences on Monday, the 26th of October, and it ends on Friday, the 29th of January in 2021. So your exams, the darker shaded green, the exams will run from the 1st of February for a week. They run for a week until the 5th of February, 2021. You'll have 8.5 weeks of classes before the trimester break. The trimester break will go for 2 weeks this time, starting on the 23rd of December until the 5th of January, 23rd of December 2020 until the 5th of January 2021. Now your week 9, you can see there, is split over sort of 2 weeks. Monday, Tuesday will be covered before the break, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be covered after the break. Your assessments usually fall around the major ones around week 7 and 8. So in most of your units, you probably would be handing in your major assessments before the break. There may be a couple of units where you'll be handing assessments after you come back from the break, but the majority of your time after the break, or most of January, will be spent revising material for the exam. And that's my presentation for today. So if you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer any questions you may have. So please ask me.
Amazing. Thank you for that, Christy. We will open it up now to question and answers. So if you do have any questions, you can put them in the Q&A section. You can also put them in there anonymously if you don't wish to be named. That's also fine as well. There has been some questions that have come through, so I will be able to answer some of them for you. One is in regards to, can I change the study period? My offer letter says 8 months and I would like to change to 12 months. That is possible. Basically, all you will need to do is to enroll the way that Christy mentioned. So if you enroll in 3 subjects in your first trimester, 3 in the second, and then 2 in the last trimester, what will happen if you're an Australian student, you will submit an application form on your last trimester to apply for the second year place. And if you're an international student, your results will be sent to Deakin International, who will then issue you an offer letter for that second commencement. So don't worry too much about what your offer letter says. If you do want to contact us directly, you can contact myself after the webinar, and I can have a look individually into your case.
Thank you, Danny.
We do have one question. One was just in regards to when does the course begin? So I've just come back to the slide that is here, which says that we do commence on the 26th of October. So this will be when the course commences. If anyone is looking to start in our March intake, it will be on the 1st of March. So at the bottom of the screen there, you can see the following intake. The next question, which will be for you, Christy, just in regards to the timetable. So you've mentioned that enrolment opens on the 8th of October, and also to that the class timetable, or the classes, are scheduled between 11 a.m. and 9 p.m. But perhaps can you talk a little bit about how many contact hours or how many hours of class are required for each unit, and how the timetable is set up?
Okay, well, there are a lot of, there are around 5 to 6 classes offered for each unit in commerce, so because we've got a lot of students. Classes are 4 hours, there are 4 hours contact time each for each unit each week, and these 4 hours are divided into 2-by-2 sessions. So for example, if you enroll in accounting, let's say, then you might have, you need to attend a 4-hour class for accounting each week. 2 hours, you could have 2 hours of a 2-hour session on a Monday, and the remaining 2 hours, say, on a Thursday. Because there are different classes offered at different times, then when you enroll, you can choose the time that suits you. So, you know, you're not offered accounting, for example, there'll be 5 classes offered. So it's 5 classes times 4. It's 20 hours of accounting offered in 1 week. So then you will choose the times that will suit you. So for example, if you enroll yourself in class 1, class 1 may run Monday 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock is session A. And then class 1 could be again Wednesday 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So you'll have to enroll in both of these sessions. I hope that makes sense. So each unit has 4 hours of contact time each week, divided by 2 sessions, by 2-hour sessions each week.
Amazing. That does make sense. Thanks, Christy. We just have another question which I will be able to answer. When will be allowed to study on campus? At the moment, there is no face-to-face teaching due to the Australian government restrictions, but also to our borders are closed. Once face-to-face classes are allowed to resume, we will be resuming face-to-face classes on campus. However, we are very aware that the Australian borders are currently closed, and even if they do open, that some embassies or have been shut for 4 to 6 months, or biometric places or IELTS testing facilities. So we will be continuing with what we call a hybrid model, but basically it means we'll be delivering the best of both worlds. So for students that are in Australia and wishing to be on campus, these students will be able to come to campus. If students wish to continue online or perhaps are still overseas or awaiting their student visa grant, we will be able to allow you to continue online. So we're 99% sure our March intake will continue online, just because we are aware that student visas are yet to be granted or still in the application process.
Yeah, just to follow on from what you said, Danny, it's right what you said. So we're not for T3 coming up, our classes will be entirely online, but for T1 next year, we are looking at offering both online and face-to-face.
Amazing.
Hopefully we can do that.
Beautiful. Now, there is a question in here, and I hope you don't mind me answering it, Christy, because it is in regards to majors. And I'm only answering this one because I am a Deakin University alumni student, and I should
Okay.
mention that I did complete my whole degree online. So for those that are fearing online, don't. Deakin University is the #1 platform in Australia for online and the 8th globally. So if you're deciding whether to commence online or to put off your study, I definitely recommend giving online a go, because it's not as difficult as you think, but also we live in an online world. So adapting to that in a university presence before going into a business environment is actually going to give you a really big advantage. When it comes to deciding on a major, the beauty about the Diploma of Commerce and the Bachelor of Commerce at Deakin University is that the first year of your studies, so the first 8 subjects that Christy mentioned, are the core or the compulsory subjects that are required for your bachelor degree. So you'll have an introduction to every area of business or every area of commerce. So looking at accounting, finance, law, there's a personal insight. So looking at work-life balance, so a little bit of a human resource introduction. I'm going to miss a few here, but once you then complete your first year, you get to decide in your second and third year where your majors will be. Now, if you've decided that you really liked economics, but you're also really liking marketing, the beauty of the setup at Deakin University is that you can study the 8 subjects from economics and 8 subjects from marketing to have a double major. So graduates of the university can either have a double major, you could have a major and a minor, so you might only study 4 subjects from that particular area, and that will free up if you want to do things like internships, study abroad, workplace learning, that kind of stuff as well. So in terms of your major, you actually don't need to decide what your major will be until the end of your diploma program. Okay, there's a few in here for you, Christy.
That's fine. I just wanted to say also, don't be afraid to study online, because we have set up our courses and we provide students with a lot of support. And we've got a very, very good academic team to help students get through each unit.
Amazing. We've just got one more question in regards to the setup of classes.
Yeah.
Can it be completed in 2 full days?
Well, it depends how many, well, you can't have the 4 hours for one unit in the one day. They are offered in 2 separate days, but it depends how many units you decide to enroll in. If you're enrolling in 4 units, then no, I don't suggest you're going to do 8 hours each day. It's just too much. I think you should stagger it over the week, because you'll be having, it's just too tiring. and you won't be able to concentrate. If you've got classes, say 4 hours in a row, and then or 6 hours in a row, by your third class, you won't be able to focus. So it's not just going to classes, it's actually engaging in the class and following the material rather than just making a presence and because you're there.
Exactly. The other thing too is a lot of the assessments are sometimes group assessments. So if you are in class that day, just as I found myself as a student, sometimes it was easier to just meet your group at the end of class to be able to go through the stuff that happened in class and apply that to your assignments as well. Because although class times for contact hours per week, the homework from each unit is about 6 hours. So in your first week, you're not going to believe me because it's a pretty cruisy week. But as it goes into like second, third, fourth week and moving all the way towards your exam, you really will require those 6 hours to prepare your assignments and study for your exams and assessments.
What I did forget to mention is each unit requires 6 to 8 hours of study time. So what do I mean by that? So you've got 4 hours of contact time and at least 4 to 6 hours outside of class for each unit to study. So you're looking, if you're undertaking, say, 3 units, you're looking at least 30 hours a week going to classes and studying for these units.
Correct. There's just a couple of questions in the chat in regards to the entry requirements. So if you are studying year 12, it needs to be an equivalent to an Australian year 12. So I've just popped my email address in the chat function, but you will also receive it in a thank you email after the presentation. What I suggest is contacting me directly with the academic transcripts because it will depend on the results and also the institution that the student has studied at. So it's kind of a case-by-case scenario. And if you have already started either a diploma program or a bachelor degree, there is possible to apply for credit exemptions. So what you will need to do is fill out an exemption application form, and that will be assessed by the Faculty of Business and Law at Deakin University. And if they are equivalent, you will be able to get some credits towards your studies.
You can, just to add to that, Danny, you cannot get, Deakin University will not grant more than 4 credits.
Amazing. There was just another question in regards to course selection beginning. So just to confirm, it is the 8th of October and you will receive an email the week prior with how enrollment takes place and also when you can attend an enrollment session. So that will be Christy that will be there as well as some of our other staff to assist you with your course enrollment.
Yeah. So you can enroll individually if you like, but I would recommend that you attend the How to Enroll session that will be run on the 8th of October at around 2 o'clock. But as Danny said, you'll be given information about that session and I'll be at that session. I give you course advice and other staff can be there to help you as well. So I highly recommend you attend that session just in case you have any problems enrolling.
Amazing. For everyone that is listening today, you will receive a copy of this presentation as well as the recording. And I will put in there the link to the course on our website, which you can also find the unit outlines. So if you're looking to undertake something other than the Bachelor of Commerce and you're looking to pathway into any other of the Bachelor programs, you will be able to see what units you'll be required to undertake and how many units you'll be granted exemption for at Deakin University.
I'm also happy to give you my email address. So if you've got any questions in relation to the course, you can email me directly.
Amazing. So we'll just give it a couple more minutes in case there are any more questions that do come through. And if not, Christy, we will be able to wrap it up there.
That's okay. I'm just putting in my Deakin email address for everybody. So I should have put my name down as well. So another one coming.
Amazing. Well, there hasn't been any other questions come through, Christy, so we might wrap it up for today. But thank you so much for your time, and thank you to everyone who has participated today. We hope that the session was useful, and if there are any further questions, please feel free to either reach out to myself or Christy.
Thank you too, Danny, for inviting me, and hopefully I can meet all of you in the classes next trimester or trimester 1. Thank you for listening to the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.